By 2455, overpopulation on Earth forces the world government to attempt the most daring of solutions. They begin an ambitious plan to emigrate 5 billion people to an uninhabited planet 300 light-years away. The government decides to ship the prison population first, making these unfortunates the first galactic colonists. Nearly all the spaceships veer off course, ending up lost in deep space. One ship manages to maintain its course. Unlike the other Hulk wrecks in space, not one thief, cutthroat, or indolent is on board. The passengers on this fateful ship carries those branded the most dangerous to society. Idealists. And true to their form, these women and men turn their death sentence in space into a quest for freedom. Their odyssey continues on through the next generations, ultimately ending 160 years later. Omni, the Promised Land, is a wasteland of bogs, deserts, and rock. The new arrivals only see the promise of this brave new world. The daunting task these first colonists had of transforming the savage environment for human civilization is incomprehensible. Nonetheless, these settlers set themselves to the task, and only 20 short years later, the first signs of progress were clearly evident. In 2532, 77 years after the first colonist arrived, the Earth scientists discovered the secret to traveling at speeds faster than the speed of light. Earth immediately began organizing their armada of 1 million strong to ensure Omni control, but it was too late. The colonists who bravely found their way to Omni had no plans on relinquishing their freedom. In 2535, Omni declared independence. Good evening. My name is Adam Arwood. They call me the Zotmeister. Welcome once again to Tactician Tuesday. I'm not feeling terribly well tonight. This is going to be a relatively short episode. Not as short as last week's. Hopefully no episode ever will be again. But there will only be a single battle tonight. But it might still be fairly lengthy considering, given that this is a pretty complex game, and I've got a lot to go over, even if I'm only doing the one battle. What I was just reading is a section called the Omni Colony in the manual for the game that I'm about to play. Remember game manuals? They were fantastic things. I miss these dearly. This fantastic little game called Power Dolls, which I'm guessing you've never heard of. If you have. It was created by a Japanese company called Kogado, and amazingly actually got published in English by a company called Megatech. And this was the only non-lewd game that Megatech ever produced in the US. All the other games that they made were translations of, I guess, what would be called hentai games. I believe Cobra Command was their first. There's the fighting game Metal and Lace, the Battle of the Robo-Babes. I know there are others that are eluding me at the moment, but this was the final game that they released, and it is actually, for all ages. All players, it says on there, and there is no adult patch or anything for it. It is just a game that they thought was worthy of being released in the US. And in Japan, it was apparently pretty popular, given that they went on to make quite a few more. They are up to Power Dolls 6 now. I believe the last one was in 2009. Power Dolls 2 and 5 had several re-releases. They had multiple versions, sort of updates, enhanced versions. The most recent Power Dolls title released, however, was an HD remake of the original Power Dolls. Unfortunately, that is not what I will be playing tonight. That is not what I have, and that is not in English anyway. The one that you will be seeing here is the one published by Megatech in 1995. The original DOS one. Oh, hey, Macaw! I was wondering if you would wander in. Something told me by putting DOS Mecha Waifus as my stream title, you would wander in. And sure enough, here he is. Also, hello to everybody else who is here tonight. I see Binary Spirit, Seacoy, Kraid, Brimcon, Headwood, Yoda, King Cool, Lamp Station. I don't think I missed anybody just then. Greatly appreciate seeing you all here. I do, of course, have this game on the actual disc, although I haven't pulled that out at the moment. There is a lot more in this book, by the way. I mean, the sorts of things you might find on a separate, card or whatnot, like installation data is all in here. Oh, there are a lot of illustrations in here, by the way. Not that you can see them terribly well on my Xbox 360 Live Vision camera here, but they put an awful lot of effort into detailing everything in this game, and they must have done a lot of translation work. This is a very ambitious game for its time, even. The section here about the equivalent of the mecha in this game, the power loaders. This is several pages long here. You can't actually see what I'm flipping through. And this is all historical. None of this is actually in the game. This is all just talking about the history of the power loaders, their development cycles, various images of them. The actual loaders that you use in the game don't get discussed until several pages in. The X3A series there. So there you have it. This game, perhaps unsurprisingly, given its Japanese mecha origin, had an OVA created for it, and that did actually get an English language version produced by ADV, and I just happen to have that here as well on a format called VHS, which some of you might remember vaguely. This is a cute little film put together here. And this basically only follows the story of the game's very first battle, which is what I'm going to be playing tonight. I have an awful lot of VHS tapes, and given I am moving, I have no idea what I'm going to be able to do with them. Chances are a lot of them are going to be sitting in storage for quite some time, which is a crying shame because it's an impressive little library. Yeah, it even this was actually the English language version was directed in part by Amanda Wynn, who became later known as one of the most talented female voice actors in English, although the hardest to work with. She's semi-retired now. You might recall her as the original voice of Etna on Disgaea. But anyway, enough show and tell. Time for me to actually fire up the game, get myself back in the corner there. And now I will be showing off the game intro, which I am fairly certain has actually very little to do with what I just read to you. I don't know if this is a translation issue or what. That and, when I originally played this game back on an actual DOS computer, the voices didn't work. I don't know why, but let's just say that now that I'm playing it on DOSBox and the voices actually do, kind of wish they didn't. You've been warned. I'm going to turn this music down because it's very repetitive. And loud. Be just a moment here. Huh. It's weird. Didn't resize the window. Oh well. I again apologize for this in advance.
Nova Earth was a beautiful planet, the first successful Earth colony. Now it's just a wasteland, entire cities gone, vaporized by neutron blasts. Nothing to identify, nothing to bury, nothing to cry over. There was no warning before the invasion. Bodies lay strewn, women and children, their blood-curdling screams helpless to the plasma fire ripping through their flesh. Many preach the virtues of progress and science. What good comes from this when entire civilizations are destroyed in an instant? 10 miles deep below the carnage and bloodshed of Nova Earth lies hidden a military base. Manned by an elite paramilitary brigade, the entire force is composed of women. Armed with next-generation cyber technology and firepower, the Power DoLLS will rise through the ashes and administer justice.
Again, I am very, very sorry for that. I have no idea why they suffered us that. Yeah, I know, right, Brimcon? That voice actually does sound familiar to me, but I can't place it. I've been trying not to think too hard about that. Okay. The campaign in this game... You know what, I'm going to turn the volume down even more because... Yeah... Yeah, that should be, that should suffice. Okay. It's still playing. You should still be able to hear it. Alright, take care, Brimcon. The campaign for this game is only 9 missions. Yeah. There is a slim chance I might have to cancel my stream tomorrow, but right now I'm thinking I'll be able to do it. I honestly, I can't be 100% certain though. Probably more like 95. But yeah, I'm barely holding myself together for this as it is. Alright. The campaign for this game is only 9 missions long, but the missions are fairly technical and detailed. You do have Fire Emblem-style permadeath, so to speak. If someone gets knocked out, yeah, they're off the team. Possibly temporarily, if I remember correctly, but you can't rely on that. You basically have to try to finish without them. It is possible to fail some missions without failing the entire campaign. Once you get beyond a certain point, the game will give you a percentage success of the overall war for independence here. And if it falls below 50%, it pulls the plug on you. It says game over. If you end up losing too many members of your team, I think the hard line is 6 left, then it will also pull the plug and say the game is over. Otherwise, you're pressing on for victory. The mission details are very intricate. Some missions, including this one, you have multiple plans of attack to choose from. And the game will actually give you the rundown, the play-by-play, the actual sort of... What's the term I'm looking for? The, operational maneuvers that you are intended to execute in order to make that plan. Rather than just wiping out all enemies, a lot of missions are tactical objectives. Like this one, for example. Your objective is to blow up a dam. Fighting the enemies is something that you might just have to do if you get in the way of them. You might be able to stealthily minimize how much combat you get involved in. But, yeah, the objective is the dam blowing up. Is that 95% in XCOM percent? I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, it is. And I'm hoping I will be here all the same. So we actually have two possible plans to select from here. Oh, whoops. Come on, work with me here. Gotta be careful with the mouse cursor. Usually the DOSBox window resizes itself once I've got a game running, but this is a higher res game. And so it's actually being scaled up rather than down in order to fit into my OBS window. I should just be locking the mouse cursor to it anyway. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we have, Plan A is to destroy the dam immediately before enemy reinforcements arrive, and Plan B is to let the enemy troops advance, and then destroy the dam. I'm going to be going with Plan A for this, but it will probably end up being successful in the timing of Plan B. But either way, it'll be mission successful. Yes. We believe the enemy is preparing to attack soon. Our forces need time to defend and counterattack. Destroy the dam at BC D6. Right there. This will delay the enemy at least 10 hours. Enemy armored division spotted at BC D6. Enemy troops near the river. Expect river crossing soon. 6 battalions expected to cross river at BC D6. Complete your mission in less than an hour to ensure success. The idea is to prevent these reinforcements from crossing the river. Enemy planes are too far to the north. It will take them more than an hour to respond. New reinforcements are available for this mission. Those battles where there are allies other than the Detachment of Limited Line Service, the DoLLS unit, they would be detailed here. Let's see. Here's the detail for Plan A. First and second landings with first armored will approach BDD-5. First air wing will provide air cover. First landing. Engage enemy at BDD-5. Second landing. Attack the dam from the east. First armored, take position at BDD-6 and cover BDD-5 with artillery fire. First air wing, preemptive bombing and air support. Lasts 40 minutes. Second air wing, continue air cover and bombing runs. 45-minute delay, lasts 40 minutes. Use AC-15 Stormfighter to transport first landing. 3 TX-48 explosives needed to destroy dam. Be sure to carry enough TX-48s. TX-48s require 15 minutes to set. Place near each other. Ninja Guido 92, hello? You? Just so that you can see what Plan B would have been. First air wing will run preemptive strikes, then provide air cover. Lasts 40 minutes. Quickly attack target. First landing will land near High Tower Dam. Second landing will land southeast of High Tower Dam. First armored, take position at BDD-6 and cover BDD-5 with artillery fire. Second air wing, continue air cover and bombing runs. 45-minute delay, lasts 40 minutes. Use AC-15 Stormfighter to transport first landing. You know, the rest of that's no different. Okay, so make sure that Plan A is selected. We go to troop selection, and here is where the game just punches you in the face with all its detail. Holy crap. Ugh. I am not going to attempt to go into full detail on everything that you can see right now. Suffice it to say, it is as confusing as it looks. This game is not that difficult if you can wrap your head around it all. But yeah, it gives you an awful lot to consider. For this very first battle, however, thankfully, I don't have to worry about too much of it, because everybody is already fully loaded out for this mission in advance. They've got everything essentially set up for me to go. All that I have to do is assign everybody to squads. Yes. The anime explains that the entire unit was kept female so as to ensure it remains a tightly knit team. They're supposed to have their backs above all else, including things like military regulations. And they're the ones sent in to do the dirty work when the conventional forces can't be risked. Right now, the team consists of 12 ladies. Assuming I don't have any serious issues, by the end of the game it will be 21. 9 more will join later. Hopefully I won't lose any in the process, but that's not guaranteed. 3 of them are pilots. And in this game, pilot is actually restricted to air vehicles. They will be handling the transports and/or the fighters. The others will be manning the power loaders, the mecha of the game. Originally designed as construction vehicles, they have been modified to be anti-tank weapons for this game. There's definitely, yeah. There are definitely some lookers in the group, to be certain. And they are from all nationalities here. We've got some Japanese, some very American-seeming. We've got some Koreans in here, a Russian. Quite the mixture. And I can actually... oops, no, that's actually not what I want to do. Where do I get the information on one of them? Select weapon. That's the page. Hardy Newland here is the leader of the team. And you probably won't be looking at this screen too much, but for now, obviously, you know, larger portrait, this is the image of the power loader that she is in right now. These are the weapons that she has available. These are strapped to the back of the mecha. This gun is in her right hand, and she is carrying one of the explosives we need to destroy the dam with. Pardon me. Lots of stats here. I'm not going to even try to get into all of that right now. I'll save more of that for next week, when I'll be able to do a more full episode, really get into things. For now, suffice it to say that there are actually 3 different kinds of power loaders that they are in. You can see they all start with X3A, but there are some Cs and there are some Rs. The Rs are recon units, lighter and faster, wider scanning range, which is very important in this game. And the Cs are the tougher assault units. They have more armor, a bit sturdier, but also a bit slower. And for that reason, it is those 3 assault units. You can actually see it's the A for assault at the end of it. Those are going to be the first landing. Those are going to be the ones that drop first. I'm going to drop them slightly southeast of the dam, to try to engage the enemy there on the road and try to lure the main force guarding the dam away from it. When it comes time for the second landing to come in, they're going to be more northward, going to drop them off by the forest east of the dam. They're going to march in. They'll have a few enemies to deal with, but they shouldn't have that much of a difficulty. They will easily outnumber the opposition, and they should be able to get the dam and get those bombs planted before reinforcements from further west march in and start to be a problem. I hope. That's the plan. It worked in practice. Hopefully it will work here tonight. So, what you see here are code names for the different landings that are going. We don't have a third landing squadron for this mission. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to not even be employing these air support squadrons. I've only got 12 units here. I've only got 3 pilots. And I have to figure out how I'm going to portion all this out. Basically, they give me the option of putting people in wherever I want. And I can switch their loadouts and whatnot. I'm not going to bother with that for this battle. I'll simply leave them as they are. It's fairly well set up for the first fight. And I'm going to want to have everybody transported to the field, which means I don't have any pilots left to provide air support. I would much rather have all the ground units out there. So that's what we're going to do. Silver Fox is the first landing party, and that is going to be the 3 assault units. Let's get these 3 set to go there. And you can see this number right here. 3 units are being carried, and the carrier power is 0. That's because I haven't assigned them a pilot to take them there. And that's what Foxbird is, the transport for the first landing. And they tell me to use the AC-15 for that, and Eliola here is the pilot of that. There she goes. White numbers, 3 out of 3. They are good to go. The Silver Fox will be the vanguard, as it were, drawing them out. And then the team that will complete the mission, the second transport, yeah, their codename is Checkmate. And that will consist of the 3 standard X-3As, who are all carrying the explosives. The TX-48s are in their hands. Hand those out. And I will also put the recons on board, so they can scout ahead, catch the enemies that are still sitting around first, get them dealt with. They are actually armed with sensors, as if they were additional weapons. Here's Takasunami here. This obviously doesn't attack or anything. Instead, this boosts scan range. And very importantly, penetration. Scanning is usually largely blocked by forests, so enemies can hide within. This lets you see deeper inside and catch enemies before they catch you. So with those in place, I am going to need a carrier for them. The seal can, oops. Yeah, checkbox. The seal will transport them. Yes, that carrier can actually transport 6 units worth. And that leaves me with 2 DoLLS. She is not in a power loader at all. She is in an artillery vehicle. She is armed with ranged missiles. She will be deployed in an adjacent sector, as the plan detailed. I will not see her on the map at all. Instead, the loaders that I do have in the battle sector can radio her once per turn to have her fire. The problem with artillery, it may be very strong, it is slow. The enemy gets to move before the missile lands where I targeted it. So, I have to do a little bit of planning to make the most of it. But, very, very helpful. And I need a carrier to transport her, and I've got Mary for that purpose. She joins the artillery unit. Artillery vehicles are particularly heavy. They weigh as much as 3 loaders all on their own. So Mary will be transporting her, and that is everybody assigned. I will not have an air unit this battle, which only simplifies matters, really. But if I did, yeah, Meteor would be the one out available for the first 40 minutes, and then Eagle would kick in at turn 9 and be available for another 8 turns or 5 minutes. Well, that's everybody set up. Let's dive into this.
This is Leader. 20 minutes to landing. All clear. No enemy near the landing zone. Silver Foxes, we are over the landing zone. Prepare for landing.
Okay. We have a good old-fashioned hex map. And I can click on the border here to scroll over. I can click this, and then the cursor becomes locked to it. I have to click again to settle it back down, which is not how I'm used to handling maps like this. I usually just want to click on where I want it to center. I'll probably muck that up a few times, but it should be okay. So here we have the ship. I, for now, just want to move it. Not going to find any enemies here for a while. I don't want to find any enemies with this ship. I doubt I will. Let's get you about here. And then you can drop everybody off. Landing a loader is not precise. They just kind of end up scattering around the spot that you choose. And she has now left the battlefield. She has done her transporting, and she is out of here. Okay, that was a bit further north than I would have cared for. You're fine. I guess these two are alright. The white number on top is how many action points they have. This is an action point-based system, just like Jagged Alliance. The yellow number is their hit points. If that hits 0, the pilot's out of the battle, and possibly out of the entire campaign. Might not be seeing them again for a while. If at all. But hopefully we will, not suffer that here. I didn't in practice. Okay, there is a whole bunch of things that you can tell a unit to do in this game. You're looking at the list. 3 different forms of movement. Moving safely takes up a lot more time, a lot more action points than moving quickly. Moving quickly is a lot more likely to get yourself attacked during your own turn. Opportunity fire from the enemy. What happened with Cartia? Just watch last week's episode. It won't take you long, it was very short. The scanner on the loaders really only functions fully when the loader is stationary for a moment, so it costs 4 action points to do a full 360 scan to detect enemies at your maximum range. Attacking, 2 different kinds. Precise attack is a little more time-consuming, but decidedly more accurate. There are only certain types of weapons that can use precise attacks. Artillery bombing calls in Riza to fire on a particular area, provide her the coordinates, and she'll hit it right after the enemy's turn. Abandoned weapon is just drop something. If you drop a weapon, it's gone forever. You're never getting it back. But in this game, everything that a unit is carrying has an AP cost associated with it. If you drop all of the... If you, say, like, fired off all the ammunition that a loader has, and you need it to move as fast as possible, you're going to want to have it discard its weapons, as that will increase its maximum AP per turn, and allow it to hightail it out of there sooner. Yeah, it's expensive to call the transport. I won't need to do that. Activate shield is very, very important. It's more of a cloaking device. I think it affects enemy accuracy more than it does the amount of damage that you take. Think of it as the Jagged Alliance equivalent of ducking. You actually can shoot while your shield is active and keep it active, but moving will disable it. Statistics is exactly what you would expect it to be. A whole bunch of numbers that I so don't want to talk about right now. I will probably cover that as we go. I'm not even sure I know what all of that is off the top of my head, to be completely honest. But, yeah, I should be going into a lot more detail next episode. And then lastly, at the bottom, we have Set Explosive, which is 20 action points for each of 3 consecutive turns. It takes 15 minutes to set an explosive, as they said. So yeah, it's, yeah, I did not see that coming. I don't know how I managed to screw that up so badly. The game is not that difficult, but it's very unforgiving. It does not take much at all to drop somebody. This is far more complex than XCOM. This is ridiculously in-depth. The command book if you forget what you're here to do. Okay, so... I definitely want to keep to the woods. Let's have you do a full scan to start, since you're actually closest. Okay, and, the way that the dithering works on the cursor, sometimes you'll get a red square at the corner, and it's like, oh, is there an enemy there? Actually, no. Yeah, enemies appear as red dots here. Alright, and I'm fairly certain there's nobody further south than that. I'm going to want to head up this way. You can probably move quickly up to, say, here. Oh! No, someone did see it. They missed her, but, alright, so we got company. Let's get that shield activated. That appears down here, let you know it's active. And what does she have to fire back at this thing with? Okay, so I am going to go over some of these stats here. She's armed with a submachine gun and a rifle. This is how much ammunition they have, how many times they can fire in one mission. This is their damage capability. The rifle's a bit stronger, as you might imagine. There's a whole list of what these range icons mean. The D means direct. These are both essentially line-of-fire weapons, essentially. D1 means that the weapon has a bit of a spread to it. It will not only hit what I'm directly attacking, but also any enemies adjacent to it. Also, D1 weapons are the only ones that can be used for opportunity fire. If you catch an enemy moving past your range, you might be able to take a pot shot at it with a D1 weapon. D0 weapons are your, aim and shoot direct line of fire weapons. Those are the only ones that precise aiming works for. It will only hit just the target you're aiming at. This is its accuracy rating. I don't remember what raid means. Thankfully, I've got the manual right here. I'll go ahead and look that up real quick. Oh yeah, I should mention that if you're adjacent to a tank, hand-to-hand combat might be possible. As you might imagine, power loaders are fairly decent at punching tanks. That's kind of what makes them a little awesome. I'm having trouble locating it quickly here. So, I will probably, oh, wait, here it is, Actually, that's not telling me what I want to know. Oh well, I'm going to move things on here. What I can tell you, this is the action point cost of the weapon. You may notice that's actually relatively cheap. You can definitely fire quite a few times in one turn. You can essentially hold in the trigger. Precise firing, I believe, is double that. If I were to pick that, you see this is colored in red, telling me I can't actually use that for precise firing. But if I could, it would be double. That's 6. And good is the condition of the weapon. It's not damaged. It can actually function. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I can't seem to find it. At any rate... looks like we hit it. 9 damage. And I can't think of any reason not to just keep shooting at it. They're all hitting. Very accurate, that's good. Nice, those actually all hit. That guy's almost done. Alright, so let's get Yao in here. Yao is essentially the protagonist of the anime. I won't really be using her in the capacity she was used in the anime, but there you have it. And a unit can only opportunistically attack once per turn. That applies to both sides, my units and theirs. This unit has already done its opportunistic attack. So I can get right in its face. And I believe if you want to do a melee attack on a tank, simply opt to move into its hex. Yep. Crunch! Just stomped it underfoot. Okay, so while she is still inside the woods for a bit, let's do another enemy detection. Aha, one right at the edge of the woods up there. To be fair, there wasn't much enemy vehicle left. Yeah, it's like, might as well just save the ammo, just finish it off by stomping on it. And with only 9 left, yeah, she's going to cloak. Activate the shield. And we should be able to fire on that one. She is armed with not an assault rifle, but instead grenades. R1 means that they are a ranged weapon. They are essentially, you know, tossed. And 1 means that they will, again, hit things around the actual target. But I will be saving those grenades for when there's a cluster of enemies to deal with, and I know that's going to be coming up fairly soon, I should think. Oh, the submachine gun can't reach. That's right. Well, in that case, how about we throw a grenade anyway? Maybe there's an enemy beyond it? Let's toss the grenade here. And it missed. Oh well. So she's done for the turn. And lastly, I believe that's... is that Julie or Julia? There are two sisters in the team. Oh, the other one's a pilot. The portraits are actually in the manual as well here. Yeah, that's Julia. But I can only assume that her sister Julie becomes available later, although she's a pilot, as opposed to a loader operator. Not going to have any enemies up through here. Put her here. Actually, no, let's put it here. In case there's somebody along that road, let's do a scan. Try to clear out more of the fog of war. And then she can put the shield on. Okay, and that is it for this turn. Again, the second landing is going to arrive a few turns later. Although, actually, no, I don't have enough time units left to call in artillery, but that's okay because I'm only seeing one enemy anyhow. Let's end the turn. Little enemy movement bar will start flashing. Really? Not seeing anybody else, huh? I'm more than a little surprised by that. Alright, let's have you... Well, actually, this first step can be a quick one. But from there, we're going to move safely. Oh man, that's so expensive. Can you shoot at that tank from here? You can. You missed it, huh? I had better have her put her shield on. Yes! People keep telling me about Mario plus Rabbids. I have the feeling I just might enjoy that. Still plenty of ammo. Wow, she is just not hitting this target. That is really obnoxious. Okay, I don't like the lack of cover out by the road, but I need to see the enemy coming, and I need to try to draw them out. So, we are going to move quickly to here. Oh. Seen by that one. Oh, they missed. Okay. Let's go to standard movement. I walk up a little further. Ooh. I don't even know where that came from, but she didn't get the hit. Alright, so let's detect enemy first. She was hit from beyond her scan range. That's bad. We're gonna run back. This isn't good. This is not going well for me right now. Okay, so you can shield up. Let's start shooting. Come on. You're the one with the rifle, right? Let's try using that instead. That's some damage, but very little. This thing must be really tough. Hey, Jod, good to see you here. Man, they are just not hitting that guy. Hopefully I've lured them out a bit. Uh-oh. There we go. Opportunity fire. Go ahead and take it. Some damage. Oh, now another one can. Oh, you're brave. Here they are. Here they all are. Okay. I knew they were out there. There they are. Found them. Okay, very important. Let's get out of the forest's edge here. Well, I know where I'm dropping the artillery. Yeah, big boom time. Exactly, Millennium. Alright, she actually took a hit. She's lost 13 HP. That does not weaken her battle potential any, but you do not want it to hit 0. You do not want that at all. Okay, Alice. Ultimately, I'm going to want to get everybody inside the woods. Except... Yeah. If I position this right, that should be fine. Okay. I'll, like, Knight's moves apart, but... With a D1 weapon, you actually do have to target an actual enemy unit. But not with an R1 weapon. I can actually toss a grenade here to try to hit both of those. How did that do? Wow, okay, so you're almost done. Let me actually try to finish you off. Rifle shot here. There we go. Okay, I want to have... Right, these two are shielded. You are not, but you're also a little deeper in the woods. Mind you, let's go ahead and shield. And let's have you call in an Oh! They haven't arrived yet! Whoops. That's gonna have to wait a turn. Well, in the meantime, I've got grenades. Let's use them. That was really nice, actually. Wow, these are proving very effective. I might not need the artillery for this grouping. That actually killed one of them. In fact, I think I want to just try to use the gun to finish him off. And that's actually not doing that much damage. There we go. Did you got left 9? Okay. I'll save some for another unit. There we go! So let's throw a grenade here to end the turn. To soften those two up. Oh wow, look at that! Alright, let's have the one with the rifle. Alice, let's see if you can finish that one off. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. You're shielded, right? You know what? I don't think I want you to move. I don't think I need you to. Let's keep up the rifle work, and I bet we don't even need to be that precise here. Target's pretty close. He's not doing nearly as much damage as I would like. He's consistently dealing 4 damage a shot, but that's, pretty small potatoes. With that said, I do want to soften it up here. It's very consistent. Alright. Alright, Julia. Doesn't matter what move selection I make. Crush it! She took 2 damage. Stopped that thing flat. Hey, Brute. Hello. Good to see you here. Good stuff. In practice, I actually didn't crush any of them. I forgot how effective that actually was. Alright, we will carefully step back into the woods. Oh. Got opportunity shot on anyway. Ooh, that actually did some damage. Not too much, but some. Alright, she's not moving any further. She's reshielding. And, we've got enough left to shoot back, so, yeah. Let's, get some bullets in on that thing. Nothing. Did a little damage anyway. Good start. Good start. We are 15 minutes into the operation, and, I wiped out, what, 4 units that turn? Pretty decent. 4 or 5? Oh, here we go. Just like a lesser vehicle. You don't get splash damage on opportunity fire. I think firing its cannon. Ooh, that was a hit. Here we go.
Checkmates, we are over the landing zone. Prepare for landing. This is Sugar Bowl Leader, arrived at landing point. Sugar ready to land. This is Meteor Leader, we are out of time. We are pulling back.
Wrong dialogue line for that text.
Good luck.
Okay, so, with that force having been lured down, here's my second landing unit. I want to drop them off up here. I'd be able to get up to there without any, issues. Oh dear. Alright, so we're stopping there. Everybody out. Alright. Went a little too deep there. Thankfully, they didn't actually shoot the plane down. Okay. But yeah, she's safe now. She got out of there. Transport has unloaded. Everybody's safely on the ground. 2 landed nice far to the west. That's good. Sadly, the recons landed as far east as possible there. That's unfortunate. They are the ones that should be taking point. So let's get one up to the front here. Oh dear. Oof! 20 damage out of 50 health. That's not good. Okay, let's do a scan from there. Okay, So, notice that scan covered quite a bit. It's probably the only enemy around. Although something shot at the plane, too. Oh, these are the assault mechs down here. These all started with 75 health. The standard is 60, the recons are 50. Somehow I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, the game's been out there, it was published and all, and I bought it in an actual store. It had a retail release, but, you know, it's, not the most, well-known of games, to be certain. Okay, of course, I can't forget about what's going on down here, but I think I will start with this first. This is, of course, my mission objective here, this dam. I need to make sure that my 3 bomb carriers get there safely. Well, you've already done the opportunity fire, and I've scanned for quite the distance around you. Perhaps the easiest way of dealing with you... just crush you. Oh! Actually ran out of time. There we go. Alright, minimal damage lost there. Of course, she can't shield now, so I hope I don't run into anybody else. Let's quickly get you into the woods here. And you have just enough to scan again. You see one on the dam itself. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to snipe that one away. Let's get you guys caught up. Hey, that's good. That actually leaves you with enough to shield. And even do a scan as well. Although your scan range is probably already covered by the other one. So no reason not to try. Right, over here... You two just basically need to run. You are way far away from where I need you. Lastly, the recon. There we go. Okay, all tucked away in the woods. It's tempting to just try to run out onto the road and stomp these guys flat. But I think I still want to be, shall we say, distractionary. I have the feeling that you haven't been alerted to enemy presence yet and that you're not going to move. It's tempting to target this with the artillery. She can only fire at one target a turn, and these all look like they're weaker vehicles that'll just be able to shoot out. They are all completely spent. Let's have you radio the artillery. Okay, we have... I don't... This is the wide splash range weapon. I don't need that. Let's drop it... say here, just in case it moves forward a little, I figure. Okay. And then let's see if we can shoot these guys out. You're the one with the rifle. Oh, no, you don't have line of sight on that guy. Your shield is up. I want to really reactivate it. Actually, you know what I might be able to do? Let's start with the ones with grenades. Doesn't have a lot left. Let's see if we can deal with these two vehicles. Oh, wow! Okay. Drop that in one shot. That works for me. Put a second grenade right here. I'll kill the weak one, not the other one. Let's see if we can just shoot this guy out. Actually, why am I even bothering with that? That admittedly did open up point-blank assault there. Just like grape. Okay, it'd take you 9 to get up there? Couldn't really shield them, could you? That's okay, there'll be others in front of you. What you can do is detect. Aha! Okay. I think we're going to try to, deal with that one. I don't quite have line of fire on it. I wonder if that's because my own other power doll is in the way here. Let's get you up in here. And switch back to you. Can you now aim at that one? Or is it just like the trees in the way? No, okay. I bet if you move to where she was, although that will lower your shield. And I'm not moving you again this turn, so let's put it back up. Okay. Let's try to snipe this guy. Again, consistent 4 damage. I'll just have to, this next one is a quickie. It's still hit. Okay, good. You don't even have your shield up, do you? No, you don't. You... Let's get you to the forest's edge here. Put your shield on from there. Yeah, let's do whatever we can out here. Yeah. Some damage. This thing must be pretty well armored. Not taking an awful lot of damage here. Stats on the enemy tank there. Yeah, not really going to try to absorb much of that. Okay. Next turn. Oh, she actually has 2 weapons she can use for the opportunity fire here. I think this is a grenade launcher. Nope. Oh, it's a Gatling gun. Getting shot at and they don't know why, it's great. Okay, good. And there's the artillery blast, and that tank is gone! So that worked. That worked very well. Okay, mission time. It's 8:55. Making good pace here. Just got those two, and then there's the dam, although I know there's probably enemies behind it too. Okay, let's see. Do I want to... Let's have you soften that tank up a bit more. Man, that's a process. I'm gonna switch to standard here. Let's get in more shots. Oh, not the submachine gun. There we go. I think it's okay if I miss a few of these. GTF! Good to see you here. Oh yeah. That I could sneeze on that and destroy it now. Okay. Let's just finish it off. Okay, great. So with that obstacle out of the way, we can actually just stick to the forest and get a little closer here. Can shield from there. Let's, Oh! Well, she'll have to use a grenade, I guess. Ah, missed. Oh, that got it. That got it, but good. Alright. No enemies known. Although I'm sure there are more out that way. So, it's recon time. Let's get out to, say, here. Let's do a scan from there. I now know it's clear all the way out to there! Oh, that is fantastic. Okay. Okay, that is great. Looks like I'll be able to get the demolitions team into position and ready to go. Okay, so let's get you... You can go all the way out to there. Alright. Don't have enough time units left to start the process, so put that shield on for now. You are in position. I want to actually move you last. You move here. You do not have the time units to shield. And then you... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not sure that tile counts. Let me go ahead and put you there. I move you... No, I can't. Okay. My assault units here can just basically, charge on ahead. Really? You can totally move to the head of the line? Do it! Alright. There we go. Now they're properly guarded. Okay, you're out of time units. You're a recon. Let's get you, say, closer to the edge here. Do a scan from there. This is going, a lot better than my practice run did. probably already have your shield active. I'll just leave you there for now. Tempting to call in artillery on a random space in front of me, but I'll just wait it out here. Well, here we go. Okay, so we got some company. Alright, you three, time to start planting those explosives. X-48 in position, ready to detonate. You also have enough time units to shield, so go ahead and do that. These two are a little slower, won't have the opportunity to do so. They haven't already. Although I think you did. Yeah, you did. This is the two in front have their shield up, that should be fine. Okay, sort of attacking for a distance here. You, who are way out in the distance, and therefore can't really do much else of value, you summon the artillery. Let's put it here, just in case there's another one behind it, or tries to move up and follows it. Okay, and then, oops. You can just have her try to catch up a bit here. Ideally, I would want her at the front of this line, but I don't think I'll be able to get her there this turn anyway. That shield up just in case. Another assault unit. You actually can get to the front. And still shield, so let's do that. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh. Alright, fire back, please. You know what? Go ahead and toss a grenade. If a grenade hits an enemy that's actually slightly in the fog of war, you are made aware of its presence. It does actually show, even though that tile remains gray. You see the damage that it took. You can actually... You can basically see the fact that the grenade hits something extra. You can actually find enemies that way. Well, that's all she can do this turn. Alright, Yao. You have one grenade left and a bunch of submachine gun shots. Oh, really? Darn. Alright, looks like we're stepping ahead. That shield back up. And you just hold that trigger in and see what happens. Looks like we're gonna get it about halfway. Come on. Yeah. Submachine gun against tank, it's only gonna do so much, right? Alright. That's gonna be the turn. Oh, that one hit. Oh my word, okay. Good riddance. Alright, so let's do a little bit of unit cycling. You took a pounding there, Yao. Let's get you back out of there. Do not want to lose anybody. Okay, you can stay there. I can actually get one of the recons. Get closer now. Have her do a scan from there. There's another one. Wow, quite the distance away. I probably don't want to get its attention. I think I just want to radio in the artillery on that spot. You know what? You can do that. She's got plenty of rockets. Plenty of them. Okay. So you just stand guard. Stay put. Suppose I should have you, retreat again. Okay. And, probably the only... yeah, you're another assault. Let's get Alice up, one of these guys. And she can shield up. Okay, you guys! Keep that bomb going! 3 consecutive turns. Okay. Oh dear. It's moving. Let's see what it's gonna do. Julia can fire on it. I don't want Hardy to do so because... Oh, actually no, she's fine to do that. These opportunity shots actually don't cost you action points. Nice! It was still there, and it did in fact die. Not sure where you were, maybe further west or in the woods or something? Alright, well all I really need to do is have these explosives set. Detonation sequence is complete. Okay. Nobody needs to leave the dam. I just have to get through to the end of the turn. Yes, I understand that Power Dolls 2 is a direct sequel to this. The other games in the series sort of jump around a bit, chronologically speaking, if I recall correctly. I don't know much about the series as a whole, to be completely honest. But I did have this game back in the day, played it all the way through, enjoyed it quite a bit, and I figured it would be almost certainly the most obscure game that I would be playing on a Tactician Tuesday. But I really did want to show it off. So you've got the assault rifle. That consistent 4 damage of yours. fact, that's their last bullet. Yeah, that can't reach. That's okay. We're done here.
Explosive is ready. Move away. Hi, my name is Eliola Ignatieff. You completed the mission. Congratulations.
Yes, on successful missions, they give you these little images here. And apparently voice clips. And, you actually do unlock this image. It creates a bitmap file folder in the game directory. And saves this off as an image. I used to have a bunch of, wallpapers made out of these. But, yeah, those have been lost. Rip hard drives. So, reclaiming them. I had this one already from my practice game, but yeah, there it is. Mission complete. Go to next mission. 1 down, 8 to go. The mission was a success. The Miskatonic River flooded the enemy battalions advancing from the north. Everybody made it back just fine. It is possible for a vehicle to not make it back, but its pilot to do so. It's a chance, as it were. But yeah, that went perfectly well. They have a new weapon available for me, the next mission, a new style of Gatling gun. And we've got some new faces to join the team. Anita Sheffield, Marge Schneider, Rissa Kim, and Melissa Rutherford, who is a pilot. And then it will go over the intro to the next mission, but again, I will be doing that next week. I will be calling it here. I won't be giving you the usual 4 hours tonight. I apologize for that. Hopefully I'll make up for that at some point later in the week, but yeah, I feel like I barely made it through this as it was. But hopefully I'll be feeling better. I feel like I am recovering, but it's really going slowly. But yeah, so that's your introduction to Power Dolls. I know things like statistics, numbers on the screen, character stats, game mechanics, that sort of deal. I haven't gone into a whole lot yet. I should be able to start picking at that starting at the next episode, but for now I really can't. I do apologize for that. I will find somebody to host. Let me make sure that I save this. I actually do have to hit Troop Selection 4. I can come back to this screen. Let's just change plan. Just bring me back here again. I'll save that in slot number 1. There's my practice game at the bottom. Execute save. Yes, game saved. Okay, great. I should still be on tomorrow for XCOM, UFO Defense. Very good chance it may be the finale. If it turns out that after 4 hours I'm very close, I may just go overtime to make that happen. I feel like I owe you guys anyway. I have no plan whatsoever for Thursday right now. I'm just going to play that by ear. And my afternoon streams are probably going to be NES related, I think. I think that's just how I'm feeling. At any rate, that's going to be all for me tonight. Thank you for your time, and my apologies for this only basically being a half episode, but hopefully it was unique and interesting. And hopefully I'll be able to plow through the rest of this game. It will probably take 4 weeks. I figure 2 battles a night. That's the hope, anyway. So, until then, take care. Enjoy yourselves out there. Never forget to play. I'll catch you next time.